Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with episode number 53 of the Dead Hardcore Ironman series, a series in which I'm doing my best to go ahead and max and continue on the grind. As we know, last episode didn't go quite according to plan. Hydra ended up messing me up with a nice little combo that will not long be forgotten. So, do what we can to continue on the grind. I plan to do just the same. At the moment, 165 levels away from maxing. Sounds like we're very close, but in reality, there's still a lot of game to be had. So, bank currently is at 637 mil. I've been doing a little bit of activities in between last episode and this, and we'll go ahead and talk about that while I go do something a little bit fun. So, essentially on the Dead Iron, there's a lot of things I've been avoiding that I can now actually go do. Something like the Wilderness Diaries are up that alley, and basically everything in the wilderness, a lot of different bosses. While the Hardcore Ironman was a lot of fun, and I still wish I was a Hardcore Ironman, at the end of the day, there's still a lot of content that's unlocked for me now, and I can go play the game as an Ironman and just enjoy myself, honestly. In the Hardcore Ironman sense, I was always caught up in sort of the maxing grind and a lot of the bossing grinds, and obviously RuneScape is made up of a lot of different grinds, but at the same time, you want to take a step back every now and then, just relax and enjoy yourself, and I can certainly do that now that I'm just a regular Ironman that gets to AFK a ton, in peace, never having to worry. I have died now on 2 hardcores, actually 3 if you include the first one of the series, but that's kind of its own story. But now being able to play the game without any sort of worry like that, it is somewhat nice. I do enjoy it in that sense. Also, it unlocks a ton more things for me, so that's very nice. I get to experience more of the game, and on an Ironman, I think that's really the point of it all, is to go ahead and experience basically every single aspect of the game, because you have to self-sustain, you have to go out and do all these things so that you can attain the items from every single place that you go to. So personally, I'm enjoying it. Been having a lot of fun. Right now I'm going up to the Fountain of Runes so I can charge these Rings of Wealth, and that's going to allow me to upgrade my house jewelry box to the best available one. So go ahead and use the rings out here. Now I can use those in my house. You can also teleport to Miscellanea with them, the Grand Exchange, and some other places I don't frequent all too often. I actually don't even know what that bottom teleport does. Donda. I don't even know where that's at, to be honest. Alright, so now if I go over here to the fancy jewelry box, I should be able to upgrade this. Okay, I can only do that in build mode. Blip, 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 blip. Alright, now we, 2 gold leaves too, man, just never enough. And like so, got all the fixins here for a nice looking jewelry box. What did I forget this? Oh my god, I need the boost! So while my cat is in here fighting for its life against a hell rat behemoth, and I'm grabbing some orange spices, want to talk about what I've been doing in between episodes. So I've been training up some stats, just trying to get levels close to getting up a little bit. But beyond that, mostly I've been killing a bunch of revenants. So I'll throw screenshots up on screen now of kind of all the loot that I've gotten. So far, not too crazy. I've only killed about 1.5k revs or so, and that's been a good bit of fun. Essentially, I've been doing Scold revs looking for a crossbow or a Vigorous chainmace, 2 wilderness weapons that could aid my adventures a lot going forward. Essentially, those weapons act as either a magic shortbow or a dragon scimitar, depending on which weapon it is, and they give a 50% bonus when used within the wilderness and charged up with ether. So, I'm looking for one of those from the revenants. That way I can go ahead and basically have a boost whenever I want to go out and do wilderness-based activities. I love revenants. I used to do them so much back in the day on Free to Play to Max. If you guys watch that series, such a fan of them, so I wanted to get back out there ASAP. There will be a lot more rev adventures, at least way more than there ever were, and there will be a lot going forward depending on how long it takes me to get a weapon. The weapons in general are about 1 in 10 to 1 in 20k depending on which monster you're killing within the lair, so they're by no means common, so I'll have to do a lot of rev killing, but that's perfectly fine by me. I am kind of in a pickle at the moment though, because I have no more rune crossbows. I've died with them all, and my smithing level at the moment is 80, and to be able to make rune limbs I need, I believe it's 91 maybe? Yeah, 91 right there. So yeah, I'm not even close to that. So I need to get my smithing up. I've been saying it for a while, but this is really going to be the catalyst that makes me go and get my smithing up because I need rune crossbows for the Revenant Caves. In addition to that, I could use a blowpipe out there. However, being skull with a blowpipe is terrifying for me because if I do end up dying with the skull blowpipe, that's going to set me back so much. I'm going to have to go back to Zulrah and do some endless killing there. I guess I should go back to Zulrah anyways because I'm going to need a lot of scales, but it wouldn't be ideal. So I'm really kind of in a pickle there. I think revs are going to be put on the back burner for a little bit. However, I really do want to go back. So it's sort of in a strange spot at the moment. Hey, there we go, up to 89 right there with that little boost. Took forever. I was afraid I wasn't going to get it in almost like 20 stews, but I think we're there. Let me go ahead and get on over to my house real quick. All right, so there we go. Heading on over to the fancy jewelry box. This should be it. Hey, there we go. I mean, it took me so long to get that. I thought this was going to be like a quick 1 minute thing. That was a struggle, but we made it. Now I can teleport anywhere on this menu. All these different teleports. I can figure out where this is. I don't even know where. Oh, goodness, yeah, no wonder I have no clue. This is such a useless teleport. Nonetheless, though, happy to have the box there. That'll be very useful for other things that is not that teleport. And now, I think, well, I want to do a little bit of prayer, but it's early in the day and it's a weekend right now, so I feel like people are going to be out and about. By the way, day after Christmas. Hopefully you guys had a good one. Spent some time with your fam and whatnot, but right now, I'm going to go back to the place that took me out last episode. I'm not scared. We have 104 hydras to kill, and I'm going to get back on that grind right now. Just snagged a level here, got 94 cooking, doing a little bit of AFKing, pushing that ever higher right now. I still have a lot of raw items in the bank, so I might even get another level here soon. I could go crazy and one-tick these Grombons if I was really feeling like it, but obviously that's not the case, hence the name. But I actually, yeah, okay, I remembered that right. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, I could boost for it if I wanted, but getting up to 95 cooking will be helpful because then I can bake a summer pie in the cooking guild, and that will be the second to last thing that I need for the Varrock Elite Diaries. So, I mean, could be very nice for me there. 89 smithing would be the other thing that's holding me back at the moment, and I really need to get that up, but I don't like buying things from shops. I haven't really had to do that too much on the iron up until this point. I mean, there are like some things here and there on the side, but I have to buy a ton of gold from the blast furnace if I want to go do that. Makes me appreciate my time at Motherlode Mine and how much of AFK'd there, to be honest, because that's really helped me a lot. And another level to go ahead and throw on into the collection there, up to 2114 now, moving ever closer. One more level away from another 99. I don't know which one's going to get there first in between magic and woodcutting. I haven't been doing too much Slayer lately. I'm about to get through my Hydra task. I have like 10 kills left or so, but I'm very excited for Slayer because I still have some things that I can do. Luckily, I have the RuneLight plugin where you can switch your bank pin over to your keypad. Oh my god, well, still can't press the buttons, right? Fat fingering over here. So I've taken my talents on over to Sepulcher at the moment, currently at 85 agility, about halfway up into 86. Enjoying it quite a lot, looking forward to whenever I can get up to the 5th floor, but for now, I have a decent amount of hollowed marks. I'm going to go ahead and trade on over to this guy. I've given a peek at kind of what all this does. I've given a peek at the things that he offers, so I've had my eye on it for a little bit at this point. The most important, I feel like, is going to be the hollowed ring. It's also the most expensive out of like the utility items, so that leads me to believe that basically prevents damage from the traps, which is very nice. Won't have to take any food or worry about that too much. In addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and grab the hammer and the symbol. These allow me to sacrifice less dust, which currently I don't sacrifice any dust because I've never camped and killed the Fire Watches. So I do want to do that as well here soon. So I'm also going to add that to the list. Maybe I'll get lucky and get a blood shard as well, but that will allow me to save some dust. And this hammer is also going to allow me not to waste any nails or fail my attempts when building the bridge in here. So got quite a few things I can go ahead and throw on into my outfit now. Feeling good. Liking the stylish little necklace as well, fits the attire. But yeah, gonna go ahead and brute force the agility level that I promised per video because we gotta stay on that maxing grind, baby. And speaking of just like that, managed to get myself a blood shard from the lovely Firewatch Sentinels. Let's make sure I pick this up. I don't know how long I've been AFK, so let's just grab that. Very nice though. Nice little 6 mil drop right there. I don't know why my drops don't get broadcasted in the clan anymore. I don't know. No flex, so sad about that, but this is going to be useful. I can throw this on a Fury, and it will passively heal me going forward. However, it does degrade over time, so I'm going to have to learn a bit more about that. I've never actually used one of these. Ever since this has come out, I've just been playing the hardcore, having a grand old time, so I know vaguely what it does, but I don't know the specifics, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a peek. So after a bit more research, I'm going to go ahead and make it essentially whenever it runs out, then I lose the blood shard. I don't lose the Fury, which is good. I could AFK these, as much as I'd like if I really need to, so I'm going to use the blood shard on it. This will consume it, as I know already. Yes, let's go ahead and combine them, and there we go, Amulet of Blood Fury. What a nice little addition. Essentially, this Fury allows me to heal 6% of all of my hits. It actually is a 20% chance of healing 30%. Averages out to 6% per hit, which is very, very useful for a lot of different bossing type activities. It's going to have to be something I'm very calculated with, because of course I don't want to go ahead and just waste it like nothing. That's a nice little addition, and more than happy to welcome a new item on into the bank. And at long last, I've made my way on over to Blast Furnace. Just got up to 82 smithing right there, able to make some addy items from that. Also a Blade of Saildor and a Bow of Fardinen. I'm not sure if I pronounced those right, but I gave it a shot. I don't know if I'll be making any of those anytime soon. Ideally, I will learn Corrupted Gauntlet at some point, but I don't want to promise a drop from there by any means. I had to take a little bit of a break and do a bit more AFK smithing and use up some of the bars that I already have, so working on up towards 85. Gonna get 84 at the moment, and with that can now make some addy two-handers. Not really much of a plan for doing that. I don't know if I'll boost my smithing and get some diaries that way. I know I want to complete one tomorrow, however, I'm not sure. There's a lot of ones that I could boost for at this point, but I think I'm just going to wait because there's a lot of smithing levels I still am yet to get. Still have plenty of ores in the bank, so that's not really too much of a worry. It's just whether or not I want to actually go do Blast Furnace because it is pretty burdensome. With that said, I'm going to do something that's a little bit better, and that is using my bones out in the wilderness because I have 80 prayer, as I was talking about earlier, so I want to go ahead and get that up. Coming out of my first trip here, it is actually a weekend night, so that's a little scary. Happy New Year, by the way, everyone. I kind of made a guess as to what XP I'll be getting from all of this. I'm thinking maybe 86 prayer, but we'll have to see where we end. I also can kill a lot of Warcath and Dagonoth Kings going forward, so that's a lot of extra prayer XP that I wouldn't have been getting on the hardcore. Honestly, I was terrified of getting 99 prayer on the hardcore because the best methods, since you didn't have this altar, were so much worse, and it could have been me just sitting in pest control endlessly, and that would have been any fun at all, so I'm glad I didn't have to go that route. However, now I do have to run into more PKers, which is never fun. Well, I just died and lost a good bit of Hydra Bones. It appears to me that PKers actually will pick up or use Hydra Bones, while with the Dragon Bones that I've used up until this point, they had no care for. So I could die without really any sort of nerves in that regard. Now with the Hydra Bones, I'm going to have to be a bit more conservative with them. Up to 84 prayer though already, and 93k off of 85, and I have about 500 bones left, so I'm just going to go until I get to 85, leave the rest of the bones, because this is kind of prime time. It's currently Saturday afternoon, so yeah, a lot of PKers out and about, and I don't want to lose any more Hydra Bones. That's painful. One more Hydra Bone, and that is gonna do it for my adventures out here. I will finish off this inventory, but with that, up to 85 prayer, nice little round level. And the servers, I think it's the servers, I think everyone's getting this, have been terrible for me today. Is that PK running in? Nope, okay. Always gotta look out for the white dots. I can now combine Holy Elixir and a Spirit Shield though, which is very, very interesting. Nothing I'll be doing too immediately soon, but I actually would love to do Court Beast at some point on this account. I think that's so much fun. I've always loved Court for the big drops, and essentially all of them are useful for the Ironman, so that's very exciting as well. Speaking of, I actually do want to go try some Zami tomorrow. I think that's going to be the plan. It's a 1 in 100 drop for a Zamorakian Spear, and I'm going to need 2 of them, one for a Hasta and one for a Spear. The Hasta I'll turn into a Dragon Hunter Lance, so that's kind of on the docket right now. As far as the rest of the night, I think I'm going to go AFK a little bit of rune crafting and then get some other miscellaneous levels as well. But gonna go add to the blood rune stack that at this point is up to 112k, so doing pretty good so far. Alright, well, I just broke my promise. I got up to 94 mining instead of getting another rune crafting level. Wasn't really expecting that. I know my mining was somewhat close, but I didn't think that it was that close at all. That's kind of the thing that I have to consider every now and then with my Ironman. As much as I do want to push up stats and whatnot, there is going to be a lot of passive XP that just kind of flows on into the account. Something I've been thinking about a lot recently has been crafting, because I'm looking at my bank, and honestly, I just end up stocking up so much stuff in there, and I don't even take note of it all. I know the market's sort of recovered. My bank's closing in on like 700 mil total. It's absurd. But yeah, so much stuff just stacks up in there. So I really have to not get too high up in there in some of these levels. But I guess if that's my biggest worry, that means I'm on the right track. So we're doing good. And like that, managed to get myself up to 85 rune crafting. A nice little round level here. And the GZ coming over from that, man. I appreciate it greatly. Far too kind, but happy to add that on to the stack. Now I got a bunch of 85s and one glaring 84 that I'll have to get up at some point relatively soon. But overall, up to 2125 total, which is really, really nice and nearing ever so closer to the 200 mil total. We'll be coming through with a farming level and a hunter level here soon on my next run. But yeah, gonna pop on out of here. I do enjoy the blood rune crafting grind, and I likely will continue to do this a good bit going forward. One of the nice AFK skills I still have left on my plate. Well, I just got 88 Hunter. You're gonna have to trust me on that. For some reason, my screenshot folder like shows up, and there's not anything too bad in there, but it, you know, there's a little bit of personal information I wouldn't like to be sharing. So just throwing that out there, but up to 88, and at this point now I'm one level off of being able to get the best birdhouse, which is really all I care about at this point. At 89, I'll be able to get redwoods, so that's very nice. Still 455 KXP away, which definitely isn't ideal, but we'll do what we can. I'll probably have to hop on over to Maniacal Monkeys and do a little bit of AFK and over there, since I just don't keep up on my birdhouses like I used to. I've been getting a little better. I've been trying to motivate myself, you know, new year, new me, new birdhouse runs, all that jazz, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can get there somewhat soon. If I just do birdhouses, it'll be like a month or two before I get that. Well, I just got 93 farming, so we're gonna have to trust it there. I have to clear chat whenever this screenshot thing comes through, because you know I don't want you guys knowing my last name. That's weird. All right. But with that said, going forward, I don't know. Up until this point, I've gotten all of my farming levels just by doing herb runs, and I don't know. I mean, I still have to do a lot of herb runs, so maybe I'll continue to have that be the case, but I would like to start doing some tree runs and maybe like some seaweed runs and stuff like that. I've never really talked about like pet hunting, especially skilling pets, but as we get closer and closer to maxing the Ironman, I mean, once I max, I'm still going to want to play this account more than I'm going to want to play my main, so I'm going to do a lot of pet hunting and stuff like that, so I might get started early and really start to utilize a lot of the seeds that I have in there, because I think I have like a 30 or 40 mil seed vault, which is just absurd, but I'm more than happy to put it to use. Okay, I mean, I got 1 kill left on the task. I was really hoping for a nice little shark drop, but instead I get a jar of chemicals. Like, what is that? What is that? And that actually throws me off going into my next kill, because I I only have 1 kill left on task, and I'm gonna get got right now. I'm gonna get got trying to set this up. I only have 1 little dose of Ceridome and Brew left, so we'll see if I can make it through here. You know, fingers crossed, but yeah, definitely not what I was thinking I was going to get on into here. In terms of GP value, apparently that's only 24k, which is pretty depressing. I mean, not that I'm a main account by any means. Maybe it'll look good in the house. I don't think I have too many jars set up at the moment, so that's the best one I got. But yeah, kind of messing me up here, so I'll take it. But yeah, definitely not what you're looking for. Oh no, I was trying to throw up the recorder and I almost messed that up, but I think we're good. 10 HP, never doubt my mind. No, made it through the task A-okay there. Oh man, up to 475 though, not too bad at all. And yeah, probably gonna move on from the good old Hydra grind, at least for a little bit. I would like to try out some other bosses now that I'm a dead iron, but I do have to come back to the good old Konar for a little bit at some point here soon. But happy to finish off that task and looking forward to some more. I guess we'll see what I got coming up here in a second. Hopefully I can get out of here before I die and Hydra respawns. All right, there we go. 1 second before it spawned. Got out of there real quick. Pro strats. So I actually did a Dark Beast task on accident. I didn't record the last clip, so we'll pretend like this is just a brand new one. And there we go, 194 black demons. Not the greater demons I was looking for, so gonna have to wait for another day for the Zami task, which is pretty sad, but we'll do what we gotta do. Probably do that here in a bit at the moment. Not really feeling like doing a big old AFK task, but definitely get it out of the way here soon. And just after the Black Demon task, I was able to get a nice Dagonoth task, which is going to segue me very nicely into what will be the end of this video. So, need to go ahead now and complete the... Where is it? So with that task, now I can do the Fremnik Elite Diaries, and with that, the notable thing here is to kill each of the Dagonoth Kings. Also, I have all the stats for everything else, and when I complete this diary, now I will get Dagonoth King of Bones. I have heard the DKs aren't as good now that the blowpipe has been nerfed, and it's going to be a little bit harder. Hopefully, I'm still able to manage with what I currently have in my stats. I think I'll be all right, but we'll have to see. But I do want to go and do that because that is going to be a huge unlock. So let me go ahead and get started on that. And there we go. Final little DK kill coming in there. Easy as you like. Gonna hop on out of here real quick and yeah, got that task done for the Elite Diary. I thought that that was gonna be the hard one for this diary, however, that does not appear to be the case. Looking a little bit deeper here, we have 56 astral runes, which I'll go do momentarily. Create a Dragonstone amulet, which I'll do as well. And then finally kill each of the God Wars generals. So that's going to be a little bit tougher. Wasn't really planning on it, but I think I can get it done. The only one I'm a little bit nervous about is Armadillo, but I still think I'll be all right there. So honestly, I just came in here and absolutely tore through bandos. I only ate 2 pieces of food. I pre-ate 1 piece of food before this. I was not expecting that. I got a big old speck off and off we go. I don't know what I have to do with these frozen key pieces. I know it's for next, and I have to go kill all these things anyway, so that's actually kind of good. I can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone in that regard. I'm not sure how many pieces I need, though, so I'm just going to pick them all up and hope that that does the trick. Oh my goodness. Okay, well this is stressful, man. I mean, I will say I'm not usually very grateful for dying on the hardcore, but during times like this where I'm trying to get 1 kill off here at Zammy, I mean this is painful. Granted, I'm not the best with the strats. I really don't know exactly what to do here solo because I've never really had to encounter this, but holy hell. That is rough. And yeah, I would have been sweating bullets endlessly whenever I was hunting Zammy spears here. It would have been terrible. Well, this is going to be interesting. I've run out of rune crossbows because at Revs I just kept getting killed to the point where I ran out of them. And with that, I'm not exactly sure how Sarah and Arma are going to go. I mean, I guess with Arma I was going to try out with the blowpipe anyways, but with Ceridome you do want to keep your distance, so yeah, this is going to be interesting. I mean, I used up a little bit of food, but honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Sometimes during my trips, I have to rely on a blowpipe there at the end, and usually it's pretty painful, but this was relatively hassle-free. Just got to do 30 more damage, so I'll be back here in like 3 more laps around this place. Liz, there we go. Easy game. I'm a little nervous because I did kill that Zammy last time, and I've also killed this one, and neither time did it say, like, I've progressed in terms of the diary. So, yeah, fingers crossed that this doesn't end up going wrong, because I'll be extremely sad if that's the case. And that should be the kill. Okay, please tell me that that did it. Please. Nice. So nice. Alright, I was a little nervous because it didn't say like step 2 of 4, it didn't give me any sort of heads up, so I thought maybe I did something wrong. But there we go, elite task done. I can go do the 2 easy ones now, finish off this diary, and go get a nice little agility level. Kinda awkward, but yeah, I wasn't recording, and I finished the diary, so I ended up using the lamp to get 86 agility, as I was previously mentioning. Was also showing off these Fremenic sea boots that can now teleport me on over here, which would be fun. Those are also kind of nice for Vorkath, which yeah, I'll be doing some now that I don't have to worry about my livelihood all the time. In addition to that, my Dagonoth bones will now be noted, and other than that, nothing too much really happens, so kind of nice. Happy to go ahead and knock one of those out, and plenty more to come in the future. I have a lot of diaries that are basically just contingent on me getting up my smithing at the moment, and that's something I do plan on doing, so that is going to be in the cards, and I'm more than happy to go ahead and work towards that going forward. I'll go ahead and throw these key pieces on together, and then next episode, I guess we can see where this takes. I think it just opens next, right? I haven't really used it yet, but there you go. Got a frozen key. Love to see it. Gonna bank that and get ready to use my Dagonoth bones next episode. As far as this one, the bank is at 665 mil total, which is very, very nice, and up to 2128 total level. So we are just absolutely killing the game, even though we have been killed in the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like. On top of that, anything you'd like to tell me, would love to hear in a comment down below. And if you want to see more videos like this as soon as I go live, make sure to subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you have a wonderful day, and peace.